Let's see, I think we are recording, just double check. So when I tab out of this game, which is Spidersaurs, it pauses the game. So let's see, we are recording, alright. Also, this game lacks any type of options for setting resolution or window mode kind of stuff. There is an ini file that you can edit, which I've done to make this a 1440p window and disable full screen anti-aliasing using FXAA. That's disabled. The only thing that you can pretty much do is turn on or off music and sound effects and voice. No slider, no balancing. You can remap controls though. That's a nice thing, which I have done to mimic different game. Other than that, all you can do is pretty much just play game. 1 or 2 player co-op. So this is made by the same games that make I guess the Contra for the Nintendo DS and like the upcoming Contra Operation Galuga. Oh, okay, so if you just wait, it just goes into that. Right, you can see I've done to just make everything running. I've turned on VSync here, but it seems to be tearing anyway, and this game is locked to 60 frames per second. But let's start a new game here. Prepare for the broadest audience. The play will definitely come across seasonal size, blah 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 blah. So, weapon, trash bomb, blah blah, indie rock band, unemployed, sportcaster, weapon. Let's go with this 2 characters because you can play in co-op.
Looks like I'll have to cancel practice. Sure hope they pay overtime.
A little bit like the Contra Operation Galuga here, with like you have like some kind of story going on.
I believe we're all assembled now. If we could move this along.
Just one more moment, please. Still waiting on our last guest.
I'm not so sure that the specimens are willing to work around our schedule.
So it started off with kind of nice cartoony look here, style.
Why, I believe that's him now.
But for a, you know, run and gun game, long stores like this often aren't that necessary.
Perfect. Right on time. We can begin.
But I actually haven't really heard of this until I think it was mentioned on the forum about Contra Operation Galuga or somewhere, place close.
Pizza boy? Weren't you supposed to be a cop or something?
I am a police officer.
Ooh,
In training. Thank you very much. But I've got bills to pay.
If we could all take our seats.
Thank you all for coming under such mysterious circumstances. Yes, well, as you know, in Jest Corporation, it seems some of our more experimental flavor varieties found a flaw.
They escaped! But we have them temporarily
okay,
contained.
creating food,
Right?
and they got crazy.
We talked about this.
Yes, some of our delicious specimens have escaped and are making it difficult for our staff to do their valuable... But that's where all of you come in. It seems the early tests you participated in may have had, Dr. Soares here can speak to that in greater detail.
Thank you. I'm sure some of you remember. This
So-
is quite simply because our earliest samples altered the DNA of the host. The consumer. Imperceptibly.
Right, so
believe
food
what
can
our
up
chief researcher
change
is
you.
trying to say is that locked deep within your genetics may be the exact gift that will allow. But not all of you, alas. So you might ask, how do I know if it's me? If I'm the one chosen by nature? Over the course of the next few days, you will undergo a variety of tests.
So this game is locked to 60 frames per second, which means it could be a perfect candidate for lossless
You've been selected
scaling
from an
using frame
exclusive
generation,
list of applicants to serve as
or
our
the
elite,
AMD's driver version
combat
also.
interns.
Since it have a kind of nice, simple, clean graphic, should be pretty good for frame generation.
Hold up. Internship?
And since it runs at 60 frames, should be good for upscale using frame generation with not too bad of an input latency
We've
loss.
certainly allocated compensation for your time.
Input latency, added
Seeing as
input
the
latency.
is much smaller now. Payment shouldn't be an issue.
Sick.
They've already breached the inner wall.
On it. One phone call and I can have the entire police force here in 30 minutes or less.
Yeah, we were hoping to handle this matter internally.
Mm-hmm.
That does make sense.
As I was saying, perhaps
I haven't met a monster my guitar can't.
Alright, so we're here to contain this, blah 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 blah.
wonderful.
Right.
Glad that's settled.
So yeah, it's running at the locked frames, 60 frames per second here. I probably should. After this, I'm gonna turn on VSync that I'm forced on. It might be that that's actually causing the tearing since this is locked to 60 frames anyway. So,
He was holding me back anyway.
so it's running, it's using under 2 gig of VRAM. My RTX 3070 is at like 15% utilization, not even maximum, even close to maxing out any of my cores on my RTX. On my Ryzen 5600X, you can see the stats overlay there quickly. Yeah, very lightweight game. It looks pretty interesting graphically. But yeah, after this, if I remember, I will turn off the VSync I forced on because it seems like it's tearing anyway with that, so might as well turn it off, and the game should pretty much be locked to 60 frames anyway, so but let's get running. So first off is that you have like a lock thing. I'm using it supports the D-pad or the analog stick, but they are both like in the digital 8-way kind of thing. And playing Contra Operation Galluia, analog aiming has really been something that I'm like, whoa, that is amazing. So I'm missing that in this game.
For moving through the facility. You can run and crouch, jump, and fire your weapon.
But this is pretty much different flavors of like a Contra game. You have a 3-hit system, you have 2 weapons you can hold.
But you'll be able to aim in any direction as long as the button is held.
But yeah, I really missed like the free 360 aiming on the Contra Operation Galluia is amazing.
We're sending in a little back.
I didn't even know how much I missed this until this game came.
Send in during your mission.
And you can have 2 weapons and you can upgrade your
You can
You-
actually hold
2 weapons.
One active and one in reserve. Swap between them.
so it's pretty much just like
Ooh, weapons!
It's cutting-edge tech. If you pick up a weapon you're already holding, it will actually upgrade to a more powerful form.
But be careful.
it's just a more of a cartoony, silly kind of.
Die, then you'll lose your active weapon. So
More of a silly, cartoony Contra game, you could say. I do like the graphical style, it's not a problem or anything like that. It's charming. Otherwise, you're gonna, it's like you like the graphic or you might not like the graphic. Not what I wanted to do, but oh well, yeah, maybe. Okay, so you can upgrade it 2 times. You can have a spread shot. Why? I tried to jump over that. Apparently couldn't. this game plays pretty much like a running gun Contra kind of game here. You can kind of hot swap weapons, just like in the previous Contra game.
Crushed it!
So introduction stage feels perfectly fine, like a nice little running gunner Contra style. Some interesting music and everything. Everything seems like fine here. And you get some abilities apparently here.
Weird aftertaste.
Congratulations. The genetic information stored in that meat should interact with your internal structure and unlock a new ability.
Success! Yes! You can now climb on most walls and ceilings! Unless, of course, the surface is covered in... Still haven't perfected the recipe.
So it's pretty much it's the same as in Contra. You can climb, but as soon as you shoot, you freeze. And I still don't get this. You have a lock button. Why would you freeze when you're climbing that to shoot? It just, to me, I don't like that. I guess that it like could make sense if you were to be it's realistic or something like that. Like this isn't a realistic game, so it's a little bit of a silly thing. Let me climb and shoot, and if I wanna stop and aim, use my lock button. The same for climbing, traversing, like I don't know what you call the bars. You can kind of horizontally climb or traverse. I really wish you did not have the mechanic that you stop every time you wanted to shoot on walls and those horizontal bars.
What the heck was that?
You left us hanging when we needed you most. There was a...
Queen Spidersaur, our largest specimen.
Yes, the Queen Spidersaur is large, dangerous, but we have much bigger problems at the moment.
Indeed, the breach is wider reaching than we suspected. The initial breach seems to be in our laboratories.
Along the way, destroy any evidence escaping.
Right, so they are trying to cover up their experiments.
Speaking of which, if you
To be quite honest, you know, in games like this, if there's story, it needs to be like quicker and maybe through some cutscene, just not like long like this. It's not what I enjoy, but hey. You can press the start button on the controller to skip all of this, I believe, so.
Push your way down the corridor to the elevators, then upward to the laboratories. We'll send in support.
Yeah.
Right, I don't know what this means. Fireworks pod, rain pod, flash pod. Don't really tell me what does this mean. Did I miss something by the... I am gonna quit out and try to turn off the... Right.
Aha! Perfect!
Right, and now my weapon got downgraded here, the spread shot. Yeah, I really miss the 360 aiming. I'm gotten so used to that, and I really love that in the Galuga Contra. So it seems like the since I played this before this, so whoa. So it seems like the colors there of the pods was the difficulty, meaning the red is the most, wow, the most difficult, and the blue, I think this is the easiest, and the green is like middle difficulty. But the game didn't really explain that in the best way.
Did you?
Because this is the same station. I started this and previously on the red kind of looking pod there, and it was all right. Yeah, and it was way more difficult then. So yeah, the pod there are apparently difficulties. That's good to know that. So if you choose the red, you will get the hardest difficulty of this stage. It also kind of makes me wonder why. Oh. Ah man, I lost. So do you like this weapon? Right, here we comes up to the boss. So yeah, okay, that's good. So that's the difficulty settings per stage. Jesus.
Here we go again.
Oh my goodness, that's an annoying... What? There's no boss meat or anything. I do miss boss meter as an option, accessibility option. But alright, so we got this. So let's... If I can try to quickly tab out, remove the VSync here to see. It doesn't do anything for the game anyway, it doesn't seem like. Well, I can keep going and change that afterwards. It doesn't look bad this time around here anyway, so blah 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 blah, the double jump.
Excellent work! You may be aware, behind this facility we've constructed an enormous jungle.
Ooh,
It'll
jungle
allow us to range
stage.
and monitor our free-range species.
When they aren't potentially escaping, that is.
We've detected something very large on our satellite imaging.
None of our experiments could grow to that size.
If it breaks
Another.
the wall, thousands of...
Well, that's gonna impact my ticket sales.
So far it feels pretty balanced and everything. I just definitely... And it has a charming look to it. I do prefer 2.5D styled running gunners like Metroid Raids 2.5D, Contra Galuga's 2.5D style. Or if not, I prefer more of like a pixel classic style. This kind of anime middle ground cartoon style. The same like Hardcorp's Uprising had, I believe. I think it looks nice, but it's not my favorite style. It's kind of like a middle ground. Obviously that's not bad about the game, it's just personal preference here.
Science?
And it feels pretty good, you know. It's very Contra-like the weapons, the systems. You can replay missions if you want to do that. Let's continue on here. So yeah, this is apparently... It seems like this is difficulty. Like this is easy mode, medium mode, this is hard mode. It defaults to the hard mode, but the hard mode on this one was actually quite brutal. So I'm gonna select the medium pod anyways to, you know, this is my first time in this game and everything, just to see, to get a feel for it. I believe this is a pretty short game, like in many Contra games, but they are difficulty if you play on the hard difficulties and everything. Not what I wanted to do, but alright. Right, that grabbing is from Contra 3, the Alien Wars. I'm not a fan of stages like this, that both... I do know these stages are in all the way since Contra 3. Yeah, it's never been my favorite style. It feels so plays really good so far and everything. But, ooh.
Here we go again. Time for the spare.
Yeah, quite chaotic here. Definitely not a stage that I really enjoy, but hey. Yeah, the biggest thing is that since that 360 aiming Contra Operation Galuga, yeah, that really made me really love that aiming. I don't know how many run and gun games have that. Something that I do really enjoy. That nice finer precision aiming compared to this one. So, playing this on a medium difficulty with the medium difficulty with whoa, with that kind of green pod seem to be quite fairly decently.
One more shot.
How am I supposed to get past this?
Here we go again.
What? Oh right, I forgot the W up. Jesus. I haven't... Wow, that's weird. They gave me a W up and then they have an stage where I don't really needed to use that. That was weird introduction to... Very weird introduction to that mechanic.
Delicious. Aha! Perfect.
Whoa! Okay, so that's a climbing point. So now I have two of the same weapon, I guess? That's unfortunate.
Aha! Perfect.
Oh crap.
One more shot.
I have to kill this one. Looks like it. Okay, so I can destroy those. Probably gonna get my first death here. Even on this difficulty here, it's definitely not easy. This is my first game over here. Yeah, these levels are not really my my style here. I do think you have a... Did I get a checkpoint here? Or is it from the beginning? We'll see. No, from the beginning.
For the spare.
Oh, unfortunate. What the hell? How long are you going to stay there? Well, I'm gonna have the damage boost if I want the weapon there. Right. Really don't like these spider webs slow you down so much. Alright, so that's the spot for that enemy. It feels like this is a decent, you know, run and gun counter game. It's just, it's not really anything too crazy or so.
Last one.
Oh crap. Well, we did damage boost to that, I guess. Oh, did I pick up a weapon that is like a shield? Okay. Okay, weird. Interesting. Right. Well, this feels like a Contra boss, almost. A little bit like, What, did it start from the beginning? Whoa, okay. Oh, yeah, okay, it got its... It got its protective thing back there, okay. I see. Very difficult to tell what's going on here. I don't know. But okay, there I see that one. Very confusing. Okay. Well, it is definitely on a kind of easy difficulty, but this was kind of confusing with the graphic and how everything happened here. I think the art style made it a little bit difficult to see some of the attack dodging there. So, the grappling hook. Let's play a little bit more. It seems like decent, but nothing that really draws me in personally here. Not like bad or a game or anything like that, but I don't know, it lacks oomph. Hard to explain.
That shouldn't be possible!
Yeah, well...
No matter. One of the things
The stages isn't really... I don't know if the art style that is like in the middle kind of thing here for me and nothing special that makes it doesn't feel too crazy.
Clean, pure,
like the Contra Operation Glue is really feels like it's gonna be one of my top running gun games, because the 360 aiming, the graphical style, the kind of makes the layout of the game, and it just keeps me pushing a good momentum forward. Here I feel like I'm like stopping a lot to try to see what the graphic and the stage tells me to kind of do and stuff like that in a different ways. Very difficult to explain it. Just it's something about the oomph here that is missing.
How do we do it? Why with
It seems kind of very like, well, okay, if you have like the $15 you spare, you just want a little bit of some kind of run and gun game. Not too long game.
Back to the thing about the footprints.
We're gonna skip the story now. You don't want to play for that. You know, you can go for this, and you have different difficulty here. If you take the middle, this feels also weird. I don't think the game. Can I? If you go back, oh, you can swap. Okay, so I can swap. Character, but I can't go back. Oh, let me close it down real quickly. So you can't go back to the menu there, which is interesting. Let me just quickly wanna verify if I can just very quickly find and remove VSync to see how it's gonna be. There we have it. It's a very quick fix here. Okay, it turns off VSync by itself. Okay, so no matter if you add VSync to the config or not, it will disable it. It will keep window mode and the resolutions and the FXAA. It will keep being disabled.
Earth, the not-so-distant future. Solar flares and...
Oh, no, let's go back. I'm not gonna play this, but so you have different here difficulties, and you also have different difficulties per stage, which is so weird because this is definitely different difficulties. And it also doesn't seem like if I go here, it doesn't seem like I can change the difficulty. I don't understand this. This feels weird because this should be super easy mode and this the medium. So if I pick this, we should now get a very like a medium base difficulty with an easy difficulty on top of it.
Ready to rock.
So this should be more of a walk in the park than previous, and we have a kind of auto. Oh, that felt very bullet spongy. The 360 aiming really is what I miss the most. Whoa! Miss the most out of this game. Right, so instead of having two weapons, you now have like a pod here, a protection field, force field. Oh, did not see what's happened there. Can I... No? Wait, oh right, I did get this. You had this one in Contra 4 that they also made, so it makes sense, I guess, that they have this. Wow, I'm gonna die here. Yes, we can see what happens when you die. What do you want? What? And game over. So if we do mission select.
Sometimes the energy
If we do this one, it should be... I think it might be a much more difficult stage here. Let's see what's happening here.
Ready to rock.
Okay, not a huge difference so far.
Here we go again.
It does seem like it might be more enemies here. So, yeah, it seems like that the pod thing is definitely difficult. Maybe if I had checked the tutorial, it would have been more obvious. But it seems like there's some more enemies now shooting and doing stuff here, so, and dropping. Yeah, this is definitely more enemies, so that's a difficulty. That's a weird, you have a difficulty within. So you choose a base difficulty and then you can choose a stage difficulty. Definitely more enemies now. Weird. Again, I'm guessing the game probably tells me in a cutscene about it. It's just me that's not. That didn't listen to it. I don't know if he takes damage or not. Yeah. Seems to be more of this going. More like lava stuff on this boss also. Okay, so it took damage. It didn't look like it though. Okay, that's good. So if you do mission select, I just want to compare. Probably gonna stop here.
So we don't do any cooking or meal prep in the volcano. I think that's an important distinction.
Oh right, here they probably tell you maybe.
I know those arachnids look delicious in any situation, but try to resist plucking them from flight and tearing right in.
Are you just warning us not to eat the creatures in the volcano?
Oh, they're probably overcooked anyway.
So, and if we do this, it should be an easier difficulty, right? Less enemies and stuff. I still don't get the boss there, the mini boss. I don't understand what to do with that. And this stage, yeah, I don't know. It's just something that doesn't really seem that crazy to me here. It lacks oomph like the Contra, a lot of Contra games, and like, whoop. Damn it.
Time for the spare.
Maybe it's the same amount of enemies. What am I missing about the thing you can choose before the stage then? What? Yeah, I probably should have read the tutorial thing there. Is the difference only this type of drop that I can get, or? Alright, no, it looks to be the same amount of enemies, so that's good. I'm just probably missed the tutorial about what the hell those odds do in the start there. I have no idea what to do with this. I don't know if you're supposed to push him into like... Yeah, okay, you're supposed to push him into that. I just don't know how to do that in a consistent way. Oh, how do I don't... I see what to do now, I don't know how to. It doesn't stop in the middle here. There we go, that's the second time. Wow, okay. I don't know how to do that consistently. Is this the end boss of this stage, or?
What's this now? What's
Nope.
a full-grade spy drone doing here?
That's just the mill boss.
Oh, man! Here we go again. One more shot.
So if I do this, is this a midpoint checkpoint? Let's see if I got to the middle checkpoint here. I did, okay. I hate this one that you just freeze here to shoot, and without the 360 aiming, it works so much better in with the 360 aiming, so that's good to see.
Time for the spare.
I just Is this okay, part 2 of auto-scroller. And drop down right into that. And is this the boss here?
What could it be? Oh, junk! It's triggering an eruption! Take cover!
Take cover where?
Here we
Oh.
go. Here we go again.
Oh, the dash. How should I have dodged that? There's no feedback that the boss is taking damage here, so maybe the boss isn't taking damage? I don't know. That was a very, very rough timing on that one, alright. Oh, I had to... No? That's...
One more shot.
Okay, there we go. We're starting to see the pattern. Oh, okay. Okay, I see. That's what you should have done. Okay, we see. Alright. Right. Yeah, okay. A little bit easier to see this boss compared to other bosses at least.
Time for the spare.
That's nice. It's a little bit one of the more easier to see like the patterns and what the debris and everything. So yeah, all right. One of the more fun bosses so far. Ooh, this is a nice backdrop here. Wait, what? Alright.
It's seeding the clouds for a storm, but why?
What?
Here we go again. It's never simple, is it?
Whoa.
One more shot.
Right, yeah, you could stand on those.
Here we go again. Time for the spare. Aha, perfect.
Okay, what is the checkpoint here? Is it? It's probably on the auto-scrolling part, right? Let's give this then one more try, then maybe... Yeah, okay, we start all the way here. One more try, then again last end here. It just... it's alright and everything, and... It doesn't really just... me give that... the oomph that I would have liked, but... I do miss controls with this I really miss having that. This fine grain of control that's just I'm so used to loving having in Galuga here. It really so fun to have. Oh, wow, I'm taking so much damage here.
Here we go again.
And it just feels I'm losing control. It doesn't feel like I have the same that I would have liked to have the same control or anything with the aiming here and with how the enemy spawns in here on me. Kind of meh experience, nothing that great. Again, could be just personal experience, personal taste a lot here, what you might like or not like. I don't feel that this is doing anything particularly in a crazy good fashion here. Wow, only one life. Well, this is gonna... not gonna make this boss then.
Oh, junk! It's triggering an eruption! Take cover!
And I have the same kind of weapon here again.
Here we go.
Yeah, unfortunate. So since, you know, Way Forward did the Contra 4, which is really great, it's kind of weird that this wasn't a more of a better experience. Ah, I messed up. Whoa, whoa! Well, that sucks.
Time for the spare. A robot? Talk about metal!
It's seeding the clouds for a storm. But why?
This part is though very
It's never simple, is it?
a very annoying part.
Time for the spare.
And game over. No. Yeah, I know.
Sometimes the energy plant can get intense, being a volcano and all. That much heat isn't an easy adjustment. Even so, we don't do any cooking or meal prep in the volcano. I think that's an important distinction. I know those arachnids look delicious in any situation, but try to resist plucking them from flight and tearing right...
Are you just warning us not to eat the creatures in the
Oh, they're...
Okay, so yeah, interesting. No way to get out. No, I guess we should end with showing this one off. Why not? Okay, that's nice. It saves this one, but it doesn't seem like it's... Alright, oh, and you get this one. You can, so we can change that one, but I don't know what that means. That have went straight over my head.
Your best.
Like this. It's going to be pretty much the same in every kind of way here anyways, but... Okay, so he has a flamethrower instead.
Swap to success. This must be the spray shot. Fighter setback.
Zero lives. I think our weapon seemed more interesting. There's gotta be more enemies in this red here, right?
This time for sure.
Yeah, you know, there we go. You can only quit the title. Yeah, it's kind of bland. If you like the graphic style and everything, but nothing really stands out in a great way that I don't think the stages do. The boss though here was pretty good, but the stages doesn't really have that kind of. It feels a bit chaos and not controlled chaos in a way. And the previous bosses have been like it. The graphic style made a little bit like challenging to dodge some of the projectiles and stuff like that. So the weapon here, but I probably could have had more fun in this game with 360 aim here. It would have given me a little bit more finer grain control. That is something that I really enjoy in the Contra Operation Galuga series. To have analog stick really being utilizing that for the aiming is so nice, so good. And it's like something that I haven't really realized until I'm just playing this game after playing Contra Galuga for the demo for quite some time here before playing this. Like, man, that 360 fine control aiming is really great. And I think it's a good thing with 360 aiming, like running gun going forward that should be like the standard. Because when you think of it, the enemies, they don't fire in, you know, like in this like 8 direction. They in many cases, if you look, they fire more in more different patterns. It feels like maybe they don't, but it feels like that. So, but yeah, Spidersaurs, you know, it is a charming graphic if you like that. For me, you know, it's like I would have preferred more classic pixel or more modern 2.5D. But it is good graphics and everything. Lacks option for any kind of resolution or window mode, which sucks ass. Lacks any options for like adjusting the volume between sound effects and music. So you can't fine tune it. You can only choose, do I want to have music or do I not want to have music? You can remap controls, which is really nice. Work with keyboard and with gamepad. Should do, at least, to my knowledge. Yeah, I don't think I've tried it without. Pretty lightweight game to play. It's supposed to be pretty short. Not sure. I think it's like said something about like 6 stages. 6 stages, I believe. I wanna just check. I'm not gonna play here. I'm just gonna check something about the stages thing. I think I read something about. Can we skip this? There we go. So I think they said this is 1 stage, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I think someone mentioned the 6th stage is a boss stage, meaning that I'm pretty much almost finished with the game. So if I would have finished this part of this stage, there might be one more stage that is a boss stage, pretty much. So it's that short and on the medium setting here. A medium difficulty. It's not super challenging. And the challenge here that I faced has felt more of like chaos, uncontrolled chaos, not that I'm in control there of the chaos, not really. So yeah, thanks for watching this. Been interesting trying this one, but I'm not gonna go for more of this. Price is maybe if there's only like a boss stage after this one, it might be on the high side for 15 euros or dollars here. Probably more should be more around the 10 euros and dollars mark. But if you see what you like here and you think it might be cool and interesting, you could definitely give this a check out. It has a lot of Contra vibes. It just does it like, so it's a bit weird, right? I'm gonna stop reaching. I just want to make this point, like, these guys are supposed to have made the Nintendo DS version, the Contra 4, and that has like this pixel 2.5D style almost, and is really badass. The weapon packs a punch. The graphics are stylish, but it is very easy to see enemies and stuff like that. The weapons has one of the best kind of machine gun weapons that in the entire series. I don't know why they didn't keep that one going forward. Like, blows my mind. And then they go and do this one, right? They probably done others in between, but that felt so bad. And this feels like the graphic is sure, it has its charm. Maybe they wanted to replicate more of the Contra Uprising, but the graphics with like some of the projects and stuff that blends in way more than it did in that previous one. And the weapons, like the spread here feels bad, and the machine gun feels bad. A lot of these guns you get here are kind of not so, like, I don't really and it's like so weird that they had so much more better gameplay in the previous, and graphical, like just how things came together, and a lot of that is missing here and make this feel like very which is weird. But now they moved on, and the Contra Operation Galuga demo are like, whoa, it takes me back to the same feeling I got from the Nintendo DS there with Contra 4. So it is like really interesting here. They can definitely do great run and gun games. It's gonna be interesting though how the Operation Galuga, how they're gonna, because they are going to include these stages. I don't know if they are forced by Konami to do that with vehicles that I'm not super fan of, and maybe some autos kind of scrolling thing like we had here in this mission with falling stuff. But that is much more of a solid game than this. This just is somewhere is like floating in the middle thing. But you might like it. It has interesting elements to it. I just don't think it's come together to anything that stands out as good. Really like more than decent. But in the other hand, nothing stands out as terrible. So it's just something somewhere in the middle ground here. So I'm gonna end with that thing here. Check this one out if you want to do the Spidersaurs on Steam, made by Way Forward, run and gun, Contra style. Leave a comment, like, check back, or follow the channel if you don't want to miss more stuff like this coming up. And if nothing else, have a great day and bye for now.